So today I'm going to be teaching you about the three-legged stool, what it is, and why it's important. Here we go. So I'm going to draw it out for you. It's not going to be pretty. So here's our three-legged stool. Now what happens when the body is under too many stressors, that's when you have symptoms and disease. So we have stressors right here. Now, when three or more stressors come together, I like to call that the perfect storm. Now, these stressors can be chemical, physical, or emotional. You could have, let's say, mold exposure, or heavy metal toxicity, or pesticides on the chemical side, or on the physical side, maybe you did some overtraining, you overdid it at the gym, you just got an injury, or it could be emotional trauma that's still bottled up inside. Any three of those stressors or more will create the perfect storm, and that's when you start to have symptoms. Now imagine you're walking along and you step on a nail. You wouldn't just bandage it up and keep walking. It would get infected. You would have all kinds of problems. So you would first remove the nail and then bandage it up. Well, the same is true with the body. You first need to identify the stressors so you can remove them. Your removal is the first step. We're going to remove the stressors. So the first leg of the stool is the gut microbiome. You may have heard about this before. The microbes that are in the gut, they can either help us or hurt us. So what we want to do is, through ancient healing methods, diet variation and fasting, and removing the toxins like sugar and seed oils and GMOs, things that have pesticides sprayed on them, then we can start to heal the gut. That's what we want to do first. What happens is your immune system is fighting against all of these toxins. And then if you actually get sick, you don't have enough resources available to fight against the illness. So that's when all kinds of things start going wrong. Your body starts to turn on genes that you might not want turned on because it wants to survive. It will do what it has to do to survive. So this leg over here, I'm just going to write DNA. What we want to do here is change the gene expression. This is called epigenetics, if you would like to research it further. So we're going to upregulate cellular function, create cellular energy, and reduce inflammation. What's happening here is the body goes into fight or flight mode, and you really don't want that to happen. Stressors cause this to happen, and then your body is always in survival mode. I mean, there's fight or flight, there's rest and digest. That's what you want to happen. So the goal here is to remove as many of these stressors as we can. Now, we live around toxins and stressors all the time. It's not something we can control. We're just going to work on the ones that we can control. So there's the three-legged stool. So this is what we're actually working on. So by dialing in the right diet and the right supplements and doing everything in the right order, this is how we want to heal this at the cellular level. So removing the toxins and taking the right supplements, that's just the first step in the healing process. Once we get past this step, we will do an intense detox program so the body can eliminate all the toxins that have accumulated and then come up with a plan.